this particular cake has become synonymous with celebration in Final Fantasy XIV, and depending on when you got this cake, if you got this cake, then you'll know what it's supposed to represent. And last night, I had the opportunity to get to go to such a ceremony in real life, but I know that the people involved were definitely not getting a cake like this. Nonetheless, it was certainly beautiful and definitely was a nice and beautiful cake. But that's not the only thing that I got to celebrate last night. There were other things to celebrate as well as we continued on with our free company. So with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here at Eorzea Autism for another edition of the Final Fantasy XIV Tales of Eorzea vlog here on the Exodus server. So we certainly had a very interesting night last night as we were able to help get Lady Cynthia through to the end of the Heavensward main story, as she had assistance from myself and others to not only accomplish that, but also get to the end of the first part of the Crystal Tower, which was the Labyrinth of the Ancients. And that was recorded live last night, as we had the opportunity to do that. I was hoping to do it on Friday evening, because of the fact that yesterday I had the opportunity to go attend my cousin's wedding in real life. And so that happened during the day, and so I felt bad that I couldn't do the webcasts on Friday night, so I decided to push it to last night. And so we went ahead and did that, and we had the opportunity to have Lady Cynthia and Olivier actually also made his debut at Labyrinth of the Ancients too. He was tanking for us, and in so doing we were able to get them through Labyrinth of the Ancients for the first time, and so later tonight we're hoping to do the same with the Circus Tower, and maybe even the World of Darkness if we're lucky. It's certainly been a great experience for Cynthia, as she's been getting herself further on through the game, and now that we've got her through the main story, it'll be a matter of helping her taking on the various level 60 side quests, as she's the one right now who's currently in the most obvious position to be able to do these things. And I'm looking forward to myself and everyone else giving her a hand as she unlocks all the level 60 dungeons that she'll need, because she's going to need them if she's going to have a chance at taking on the patch 3.3 dungeons, which require her to be at item level 205, especially the final steps of faith, which I'm pretty much predicting will be a nightmare for all of us, because we know how hard that is. And then of course there's also the Weeping City of Mach too, that she'll have to go through at some point. So that will be definitely a journey, to say the least. But I'm looking forward to taking Cynthia through there. I had the opportunity to speak with her. She's friended me on Facebook, and she's actually we actually had the opportunity to talk about her reactions to what she's seen to this point with everything, and that she's been able to really. A few days ago, she completed the vault for the first time, and she talked to me about how seeing Horshafon's death scene after you complete the vault for the first time was something that actually made her cry in real life, and that actually got her very emotional, that she saw that happen at the hands of the Heavensward Guard, Zephyrin specifically. And so we talked about that for a while, and she was definitely out for revenge against Thornton and the Heavensward when she got to the Singularity Reactor late last night. All of us, I think only one of us or so was able to be there for her at Singularity Reactor, because she was pulling an all-nighter, and I got the pics this morning as I woke up, and it was marked 1 hour earlier when I checked Facebook. And to see that she's gotten that already done is pretty good. Wish I could have been able to pull the all-nighter with her, but I was barely able to stay awake through Labyrinth of the Ancients last night. It was such a busy day for me yesterday. But it was worth it to get her through, and we're happy to have accomplished that for her. So, in addition to that, we've had the opportunity to see, we have gained a member, but we've also lost a member. Wee Man Onslaught, who was one of our newer members, decided, once he beat the game at level 60, he decided to move on and do other things. And in addition to that, so he left, but we also brought in someone new. I mentioned last week when Olivier had returned to the game that he had created an alternate character. Well, he decided that he was going to have it join the Free Company, and so that's exactly what he did. He actually had done that previously. He had created a character with this name when he came back, but I mentioned that he came to the realization that he has a Fantasia, he could turn himself into an Aura because this character is an Aura. So this alt of his is taking Wee Man's place on the Free Company roster. And so we're gonna be staying at 48 now, so maybe we'll get some a member or two more in the not too distant future. But you can see the difference though, that yeah, most of us weren't willing to tough it out last night, but I think Sully was willing to tough it out with Cynthia and help her get to the end, which is good on Sully for doing so. But I also know for a fact that Olivier is going to be leaving us again in a few weeks because he has to undergo some sort of surgery, and so that'll keep him out of action for a while. So we're sad to see him leave after he just rejoined the game again after a period away from us. And we're also worried about Sully's health too, because he had to check into a hospital earlier this week, and so yeah, we were a bit worried about members of our Free Company having medical issues, but things to some extent have been righted, and hopefully before long things will also be right again for Olivier, and he'll be able to join us again join us again soon after he undergoes his surgery. And so we're definitely looking forward to accomplishing that. As far as what's in the house, I'm in my own private chambers. I don't often show my own private chambers, but as you can see, I have quite a few pictures accumulated to this point. But these aren't the only pictures that I've helped to add to the Free Company house. We got a few more as well. You'll see what I mean when I go downstairs. Yeah, for the most part, this is stuff that you guys have seen before, nothing out of the ordinary, but once we go downstairs, you'll see what I mean. Down here, we have of course, the standard 4 pictures of the Sultana, including the General on the far left, the Elder Seed Seer, and Admiral Morrowweb. But as we turn over to the right, you will see that we have also added 2 new pictures over here. We spent some company credits to purchase pictures of both Minfilia and Archon Louis Soif from the original Final Fantasy XIV. And that's of course the grandfather of Alphinaud and Alice. And so we've added them alongside Horshaphant. And we also added an additional picture, that being Sid. And being that Sid being the craftsman that he is, we decided to hang his picture amongst our crafting stations as a way to serve as inspiration for those who like to engage in crafting. And so that's really cool that we're adding that to the collection of stuff that we're adding to our home. Plus, if you've been watching our live webcasts over the course of the past week, you may have also noticed that we also got a new piece of furniture. That being this lovely Moog sofa, this lovely Moogle sofa, complete with glowing pom-pom and glowing flowers on either side of it, which is really cute and beautiful. And then we also had this funky mat that looks like a pudding from previous Final Fantasy games, Final Fantasy IV specifically. And this is quite a funny little thing. I'll explain why. Let me run around on it for a moment. If you were able to hear that, you can actually hear that you can actually hear the footsteps squishing against this mat here, which is really hilarious. Like, I don't know who came up with this at Square Enix, but it's hilarious and I love it. So yeah, we definitely have accomplished quite a lot. We've also but we also have so much more still to achieve for our various members as they continue to get their milestones accomplished here at the Free Company, and we're looking forward to seeing what else we can do for other members of our Free Company as they continue to grow and develop in this game, and we are really looking forward to it. So yeah, nothing like chilling out on a sofa, getting the opportunity to look at our brand new artwork is really nice. Yeah, you can't see Corinne from behind the sofa, but yeah, she's chilling out and enjoying herself. But it's a really good opportunity to just enjoy stuff like this. So yeah, we definitely have done a lot of things over the course of the last few days here at Tales of Eorzea, and so we can only imagine what we're going to accomplish in the future. I mean, we have all the reason to continue to hold on to our optimism because it grows with every passing day, and we want to share that with you guys as well. So if you have any characters that you want to create here in Final Fantasy XIV and you want them to join our Free Company here on the Exodus server, we would be more than welcome to have you come join us, because as our members will testify, they are more than happy with the experience here, and we would certainly love to share that happiness with all of you. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching this particular vlog for this week. And until I see you all next time, this is Matthew and Navora Autism saying take care, and I'll see you soon.